Hello guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to do some enchanting on some books, and whilst we do that, I'm going to talk to you about Battlefield 4. It has been been announced today, or yesterday I guess, that Battlefield 4 is going to be released at the fall of 2013. They've also released a trailer of single player, and it looks pretty freaking awesome. It's running on the Frostbite 3 engine, and it is DICE and Battlefield 3 who are working on it. The factions have been confirmed. It is Russia, US and China. What else? You can already pre-order it, which is cool, I suppose. And so the gameplay trailer, I don't know if it has an NDA on it, but so I won't upload a video of it where I break it down. I just want to talk about it a little bit. So what have we found out? Okay, so the first thing, what the most Battlefield players would have liked to not have seen, maybe, or would like to know if it is in, that's suppression. Suppression is in, but not in such a big form factor as it is in Battlefield 3. Now how the hell do you make one of those anvils? We'll find out of that. So, and spotting is also pretty cool. Like, instead of spamming Q from the PC, you're going to have like a button in your hand that you're going to be pressing for the spot mechanic to work. So instead of it just spotting automatically, you'll have to do an animation, and I'll guess it's about half a second where you cannot shoot or do anything, as opposed to Battlefield 3 you can just keep shooting whilst you're spotting people. So I think that's kind of cool, because then you don't have to that adds a little bit more of thinking into the game and tactics and planning. Like, is it better to spot, for example, if you're now in a close quarter engagement, then is it better to spot him or just try to shoot him and then wait until I downed him or got in cover to spot him, or should I just try to go for it and shoot him? So I think that's kind of cool. And also weapons. We saw the single player gameplay, which was a US guy with something that looked like a M16 or an M4 assault rifle with a 3.4 times US scope from Battlefield 3, kinda the same. And then what he could do, he could like turn the weapon 45 degrees, and then he got the iron sights of it, which I think is pretty cool, because then you can have best of both worlds, like both for long range engagements and for close quarters. So now say you're, for example, this could actually be quite good for snipers, because I like sniping and then I want a kinda high powered scope for medium to long range, and then you can have one for the iron sights for close range, which I really do enjoy that. And by the way, I'll leave the link to the trailer in the description, because it is awesome, and I really would like to check it out, even though you don't like it, because it's like really realistic, and I think it looks absolutely awesome. The graphics look gorgeous with the Frostbite 3 engine, and I really think that it's worth checking out. We only saw some of the single player, none multiplayer, which I would have liked to see. But yeah, I guess it's okay. I won't break down the trailer, but it looks awesome. There's no blue tint like there's on Battlefield 3, which is also really good because I am not really a big fan of that blue tint. So I'd like to see that. There's having a lot of other stuff too. It looks just gorgeous compared to this book. I don't know how many I got of those, like the last few days we've been down here. Like one, at least one, and then I popped a few over in that chest over there. But yeah, I really think it looks gorgeous with the Frostbite 3 engine and stuff like that. I know that there have been press conferences in Stockholm and in San Francisco, I think it was, where DICE have been showing off the gameplay, and I really think it looks just absolutely awesome. The Frostbite 3 engine compared to the Frostbite 2 engine, it's just more or less like Frostbite 2 on steroids. Just like totally, I would say it's one of the most beautiful games I've seen so far, and that's a lot to say for me because I play a lot of video games and I see a lot of video games being played on YouTube and stuff like that, and I really think it's the most beautiful game I've ever seen. Just like all over, because DICE has really done a good job designing and stuff like that. And I think they've got some help from the Medal of Honor Warfighter development, because if you're following up a little bit on EA and what they're doing, they've actually cancelled out Medal of Honor. There ain't going to be any Medal of Honor games anymore. I don't know why, maybe it's just not selling enough, which is... I kinda liked it, but I still prefer Battlefield over Medal of Honor. And I think that's why you're seeing like the changeable scopes, like the one where you can like flip the gun and then you get the iron sights, because that was also in the Medal of Honor. So I think they might have had like a little bit of influence on that, because that was one of the features I really liked about Medal of Honor, was that you could like have the best of both worlds, because I remember there was a high powered scope for a sniper rifle, like it like downed people like boom, one shot. I have a video on it on my channel if you want to see it, and that was pretty cool. That sniper is like, I think it sounds like it would take down an elephant, not like a Dumbo elephant, like a good full-grown African male elephant in one shot. So that's I don't remember I used it on that one, because I like had a good I think about 7 maybe 8 times scope on it, and then if I came into close range I could like quickly press a button and then it switched to the second scope, which I really enjoy. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And really there's not much and actually the single player map looked cool as a multiplayer map as well. I think if I find out it don't have an NDA, then I'll probably post it on my channel with some commentary over it, like explaining what's going on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Just overall, because it's Battlefield 4. Looks gorgeous. And it looks like actually it's some pretty solid gameplay. The guns looks awesome too. I think all the stars have made a good job of modeling and scratched their guns up quite a bit. And thank you for shit. So I really enjoy seeing some beautiful guns as well as some beautiful nature and background and stuff like that. And I really hope the customization is going to be more like Medal of Honor than Battlefield 3, because there's a lot more variable customization in Medal of Honor than there is in Battlefield. Like, just overall, I think Medal of Honor had some pros, some better stuff compared to Battlefield 3, and then Battlefield 3 had some better compared to Medal of Honor. But I would still prefer Battlefield 3. But I think they might have transferred some of the who is it? Is it Danger Close? Yeah, some of the Danger Close people to help with the Battlefield 4 on DICE. It's just a guess, but it could be, because I see some small Medal of Honor like things in it, and it looks like we're having a and the three factions are, as I mentioned earlier, Russia, China and US. And I really like that we got more factions mixed into it, like in Battlefield 2. I remember playing that both as Chinese, US and Russian. And I think that not US should be in all maps, but also China versus Russia, because I've seen, as far as I remember from Battlefield 2, there's only US versus Russia or US versus China, but never Russia versus China. As far as I remember. I could remember wrong, but that's just what I think myself I remember. But yeah, I really think it's gonna be a solid game, some solid gameplay overall, and HUD has changed a little bit. Like, instead of being blue, it's a little more white and black, which I kinda like actually, because it kinda helps remove the blue tint, because like, and also it like makes it easier to see the map when it's white on black instead of the map that's in Battlefield 3 new, which is rather impossible to read. And overall I think the trailer was great, and I'll probably leave a link to it right about now. So let's just get a last enchantment and then we're going to finish off. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. But yeah, I think it's going to be a solid game, like overall, and the weapons looks awesome, everything looks beautiful, and stuff like that, so. I hope it's going to be a good solid game, which I kinda know it's gonna be, because Battlefield 3 was also good, but not really that solid, because it had a lot of bugs right until like the last few patches here, which I kinda don't like, because I think they've been too fast making Battlefield 3 and like not going through all of the bugs, because I think that Call of Duty, they don't make just as big games with as much detail into it. Like, as you see, Battlefield 3 has like a lot bigger maps, they have vehicles, they have jets you can actually fly around in, and Battlefield 4 is probably gonna have naval warfare too. Like, just... I think that DICE have implemented it because one of the screenshots we got, or one of the pieces of art we got, was a flaming US carrier. Jesus Christ, this is bad. But yeah, I think there's going to be naval warfare, and know a lot of people do. And I really hope there's going to be naval warfare because it could be awesome. Not really, because I didn't... When I played Battlefield 2, I was like 8 years old when it started. I think, I don't know, I can't remember, maybe 10. It's quite a while ago. And I remember like just being a noob all over the place, which was kind of cool. So I don't know, maybe I should do a series with me playing... Oh, I have 30 levels. With me playing some Battlefield 2. Jesus Christ, sharpness. But I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. It depends what you guys think I should. So I think that's all I have here today, guys. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.